I first did a training session with the boys when I was 8, and I did one training session and went straight into a game. Turns out that really stressed me out because I had no idea what I was doing. So then I tapped out for a couple of years, and then I went back in, I think it was year 6, because my primary school teacher, she ran the girls section. I was still too young to play, so I only trained for 2 years, and then I could start playing. But it started from there really. I worked my way up through that time pathway, sort of county, southwest, and then the under 20s. So I say I've been fairly lucky, and I've had a pretty good experience with rugby. There's been a few. So obviously you've got your friends, family, sort of, your teammates who sort of, they might not see the bigger picture, but they help you in smaller ways. So obviously teammates, it might just be you're having a bad session, that they're the ones that pick you up. Or sometimes when life was getting a bit harder, with obviously working, pandemic, etc., just the occasional phone call from your mum or your dad, just to see how you're getting on. It's little things like that which sort of gets you going. But of course, coaches. So I had Jo Yap as a coach in Exeter for a couple of years, and also she was under 20s coach, so she's massively helped me on my journey. Coaches at Bristol like Kim Oliver, Linda, obviously Rido as well, they've all sort of supported my journey. And of course people Mrs. Nicholson, who started it all off, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be playing here now. So I've been very fortunate. I've had loads of people support me through my time in my career. Also, I think it's making sure that you're not just checking up on the people who vocalise, whether they're upset or struggling. I think it's also important to check on your okay friends, because normally everyone goes through something at some point, and I think it's really important that those who may seem to be dealing okay with it, they're also checked upon, which I think at Bristol, I think we've got that sort of down to a T. We've got amazing network, obviously, with James from Ripples, and we've also got sort of little chat rooms where if people are feeling, I don't know about this, I don't know about that, then they can look for support. So I think it's massive to make sure that you're keeping connected with everyone, because everyone's going through something, and it's really important that as a teammate, and even staff coaches, players, that everyone's keep ticking over and we're all supporting each other. I think it's massive, but obviously there's not much use that men would have with a bra, but I think as a whole, it's amazing that there are individuals and companies that see the potential in women's rugby, and that they're willing to invest to help us improve, and it becomes a real foundation for the sport.